All right, everybody. Good to see you. So welcome to my Winning Command series. We're going over superpowering your marketing today. If my right eye looks red, my contact just decided to not be nice. So there you go. Anyway, if I could please have everyone put the name of their market center into the chat for me. That way I can just keep track of where everyone is tuning in from. And for many of you, this is your first time in my class, so just want to let you know I'd like to do a more mastermind style to my teaching, as in I'm going to go through it, I'm going to be presenting, of course, and if you have questions, I'm not a hold till the end type of guy. I'd like you to just chime on in and I will answer them to the best of my ability in the moment. And if it is something kind of off topic, I might say, hey, let's chat afterwards. But I definitely want to make sure I get all of your questions answered and sorted out. So, yeehaw. Anyway, we can get going. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Make sure I share the right one. I don't want to. There we are. And sorry, I was working on some documents for my own business there. So, fun times. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Brian. I'm the Market Center Tech Trainer here. I guess I'm kind of becoming region-esque, so that's an interesting development. But you know, anyway, today we're just going to hop right into it. So I like to start with my home screen here in Command because, as always, you can come up here, hit the red KW. And that is going to show you all the little applets. So a lot of people miss that. You don't have to hover over each individual one if you haven't got those little pictures memorized. And we're going to talk about superpowering your marketing today, and we're going to be in campaigns quite a bit. But I want to start off here in designs. Has everyone used designs before? If you have not used designs, let me know real quick. All right, so it looks like Shauna hasn't. Eduardo, you're muted. I see you try to talk, but since you're in Tri-Cities, I know where you're at with that. You haven't used it, so that's all good. Perfect. Well, Designs is here. It's this little paintbrush, and we're not going to cover it in great detail today. We're not going to go over all the features. We're just going to make a quick design to use in other parts of our training. So, Designs is great. We'll give it a quick little overview for you guys who haven't used it. We have this is the initial face, and you can see there's email, social media, print, and even video that you can make in designs for your marketing. So we're going to come here and hit this plus sign, which is going to allow us to create a new design. And I'm going to select social here for the social media. And that's going to bring us into our template view. So for those of you that were in one of the 2 team meetings I attended this morning, you'll remember that this is how you get in to get to that Zine magazine. And oh, I got someone who is asking how to get to this class. That is fun. Give me just a sec. I don't want her to miss out, so I'm going to text her the link real quick. Sorry for the pause, folks. I like to be as helpful as possible. And actually, I'm going to stop my screen share to protect her information. I apologize. I don't normally need to do this, but got a lot of first-time students today. Well, agents. I'm not an official teacher. I'm a trainer, so my mom's a school teacher, so let's have it. You just bear with me 1 second. All right, and we'll hop right back into that. All right, so we're right back here in templates. Anyway, so we're looking at these social media templates, and if we come here, lead generation has a lot of great ones. Personally branded is where you're able to get Zine information, and so this is actually going to be a social media piece around design. So that's what we're going to grab today, just to kind of keep it all in the same family of feeling, you know. So While that's booting up, has everyone heard about design? I know I talked about it in several meetings today. Anyone have any questions around that? Go ahead, Shauna.
Can you explain again how you said something about being able to print this out once you designed it? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and sorry, I keep moving the faces to try to make things work, and there we go. We're gonna put it here. All right. So there's a couple ways to print out a print design. One of them is in command, and we're not in a print template right now, but there'd be a option here that says print, and you can order that. Otherwise, and for the magazine especially, I recommend this. You can hit download, and you can download it as a PDF, and then you can send that PDF file to a local print shop or whatever to have it printed. There's not a command-driven way to do a large print right now for the magazine, which is unfortunate, but you know. Anyway, so we're here in design, and let's say you want to change this up. So we can go here and select any image or any part of this design to change it or add to it. So let's say we come here, we want to get rid of that Keller Williams DBA name up there. And we're going to go into logos and go to company and select Keller Williams here. And let's just go ahead and put in this generic one instead. So there we are. I use the generic ones quite a bit because I work for multiple market centers. You guys can definitely upload your own, and stay tuned for a proper designs class, or come into my office hours for more of that. And let's go ahead and we're going to go into my assets and just put my face in here because I'm pretty cool. So we'll put that down there, right? So just a quick little bit in designs to show you that you can quickly create something. We do a bigger designs class in the cycle later on, but I just wanted to show you that as a starting point to how you can get here and you can download this information. So any quick questions on that? I do want to just, oh man, I keep hitting the wrong thing because the faces are up there. There we go.
And does it make a difference which browser we use?
Yes. Google Chrome is going to be the browser that is most optimized for command. So other browsers will work, but they can have other issues. So just to show you over here, and this is just basic intro to designs. You have your images here, text, icons, logos, and KWLS. And KWLS is pretty cool because you can actually search by the listing agent. And I'm just grabbing a name from the class here. Now that didn't pull up anything, so we'll come. Do any of you guys have an active listing right now?
I have one that's almost closed.
Oh, it's almost close, so it's not active?
Next week. No, it's pending.
Gotcha. So you could actually go in here, search by listing agent, address. So if I go 4605 St. Paul Court, and we do that in Pasco, Washington, and I use that one because that's a pending one that I have, we can come in here and get it found in our drop down. Here it is. And it's not at the top because it is pending. I can select that, and here's the picture.
Anyone else having a hard time hearing him?
So we're going to hop out of our designs, and we're going to All right, sorry about that. My Market Center internet chose to go out. What a great first impression there, huh? All right, so I went ahead and I saved that initial design there that we did, and so we can get it later. We're, like I said, we're gonna go more into designs in a different class, but I just wanted to make that for this class and show you the power of that. So if we click here on social, we can see that right here is that test design that I just made. I also downloaded it here. So we're going to hop into campaigns. And who has done stuff in campaigns?
I did do, I started doing some social media postings and scheduling them.
Gotcha. Yeah, and there is a lot to go into design. So first and foremost, we are actually going to skip paid ads today. Paid ads is a class in and of itself, and we will be covering that at a later date. For now, I want to talk about the other functions in campaigns, because everyone is always talking about the social media ads and the paid ads in the campaigns. How many of you knew that emails was an option in your campaigns? So yeah, just one of you guys there. And so that is something that is a bit of a bummer, and I want to rectify that. So our email campaigns, I'm going to go over here, and these are just the overview of the email campaigns that I've done. And it shows that I've emailed to 919 recipients, 448 of them have opened, and 16 of them have clicked in the email, which is actually fine because I actually didn't put any links in my email. So that's like, oh, awesome. So what we have over here is each month you have 5,000 emails that you can send. And those are going to be free through command. If you connect MailChimp, you can use the MailChimp tools as well. However, I don't use MailChimp, and I don't necessarily recommend it because you're able to use other things in command to do everything that MailChimp will do without risk of getting charged. So we're going to go over here and we're going to hit create campaign. And we're going to start by making an email campaign. So we're going to select email here. And we're just going to call this test email. And let's just say we want to do event awareness, right? And this is where you'd select either command email or MailChimp. And that just depends on what you're doing. If you use command, or if you use MailChimp, that's where you hit that button. And we're going to go ahead and create this campaign. And it's going to be called test email. It's going to come from my personal account. And then we have our recipient lists here, which are all these different email lists that you can create to be ready to go. Now you need to create these email lists ahead of time to be able to send out an email. You can do that directly from here by clicking on create list. And I will just call this a test list. And you can come in and you can sort them by your tags. Or you could also search by individuals' names, email, or neighborhood. So if you're farming a neighborhood, you can come in here and you can search for your neighborhood based on who is in the neighborhoods that we have. So I have Sunset View here in Kennewick, and it's not pulling up that quickly. Keep in mind, our neighborhoods are powered by Nextdoor, and so there's going to be neighborhoods all over the United States. So you need to make sure you have the exact name of the neighborhood that you want. So for now, just for the test, I'm just going to type in Kennewick and make it easy on myself. So if I'm farming the neighborhood in downtown Kennewick, Washington, I can click here and find all the contacts that are in my downtown Kennewick neighborhood, right? Likewise, if I am looking at Sunset in Kennewick here, let me see if I can find that one. Sunset Ridge, there it is. I can come here, and that's actually my own neighborhood. I can collect all the people in that neighborhood and email to them as part of my farming. So does everyone here know what farming is? Have you guys heard of that term? I will take silence and head nods to be good enough. So you can select everyone in that neighborhood, which is yet another reason to get people in your neighborhoods and create an email list just for them. That way, when you're doing targeted stuff for your farm, you're able to send stuff out there. So we'll come through here. And then the subject, we'll just call it test big test face because I like that stuff. And then content. So we're going to select a design here. And we didn't create our own design for just today. So I'm actually going to come here and use KWRI templates. But you can actually go in and make your own email designs, which all of you will see examples of that because I have and will continue to email to you. For now, let's just go ahead and use the classic virtual homes template created by Keller Williams International. And this is the email template that you're going to bring in here, and you can actually edit it in here as you go. So we can come in here and maybe we don't want to do this version at the top, but instead we want to go ahead and do a legal header. We can pop that on in there and make sure it gets put in the right spot. There we go. So there's the legal header there. And then it has just the content of the email. And we're not going into the designs of this or how to build it, but it's a pretty cool system. And it's going to pull all this information from your marketing profile. So if you have not created and updated your marketing profile, get a hold of me. I will help you do so. To preview it, you just hit this little eyeball, and it's going to show you what it looks like when it fills in that information from your marketing profile. And this is what that email is going to look like once it's sent out to everybody. Hit the little X to close preview mode, and we will save and exit. And we come back here, and you see it has the email preview over here. There's actions you can take to preview, or you can send a test email. And I recommend you always send a text email, because what's going to happen if you don't send a test email? Karen, can you tell me that?
Everything you wouldn't want to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Let me tell you a story, guys. I was doing my first email. I didn't send a test email, and everything was messed up. I tried to use what's called a merged field tag, which automatically fills in information from the contact. And I hit something wrong inside of it and broke the link to the merge field. So it literally went out and said, "Hi, contact first name," to everybody. 500 clients. It didn't say, "Hi, Brian." No, it said, "Hi, contact first name." That sounds pretty embarrassing, don't you think? So always send a test email to yourself to make sure you know what it looks like. Other than that, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can save it as a draft, which will let you come back to it later. You can schedule it to send at a very specific time and date. I didn't actually wind up choosing the list, did I? It doesn't want me to. See, I get talking and I forget to get everything squared away there. There we are. Test list is created. You can schedule it to go out exactly at the same date and time. Now, why would you want to care about the exact time that it goes out instead of just the date?
Maybe some times are better than others, or you don't want it to go out some other time that's not convenient when they're sleeping or early in the morning. Is that why?
Yeah, so there's several different uses for it. Those are some great examples. Can anyone think of another example about why we'd want to set the exact time?
If you had a time-sensitive material in there,
So yeah, time sensitive could be something. Now, time sensitive would probably be sent from directly from your regular address. This is more for the bulk emails. But really, what I've done is I've done a couple things. First of all, I know most people are sitting down at their computers in their office if they have an office job around 9 or 10 o'clock. And there's nothing more powerful than they sit down and they hear that little ding in their email. So I will set this to be sent out at 9:30, trying to capture the most people sitting at their computer as possible. Or I've also been known to be really sneaky, and I have a Merry Christmas email I like to send out. And I think it's funny, maybe not effective, but funny, to have that sent at exactly midnight. And I tell them in the email, "Merry Christmas. It is now midnight on Christmas morning." And I get a kick out of that. I've had some clients that get a kick out of that as well. So little things that you can do, and it really just gives you control of your marketing material in that. Also, if you're just ready to send it, click send, let it go along its way. And so I'm the only person in this list, so I'll just go ahead and send that now. And that way we'll be able to hop into my email and see what that looks like in just a little bit. So that is how to use the bulk email function in Command. Does anyone have any questions around that? Because it's a brief and quick thing to learn, but it's definitely something that has great use case and great tremendous value.
Do you do it, Brian, for like for instance, the offer for the Keller mortgage that just came out at 25% less, 0.25? Do you do an email for those kinds of things, or what do you use the emails for?
So they are super flexible to fit anybody's business. In my business, I do it to pre-plan out my big mailers for events and other things. So instead of relying on MailChimp or something, I will go ahead and get a list made of all my clients for my pop by, Thanksgiving pop by, or something like that that I don't otherwise want to use a smart plan for. And I'll get that set up. Another great use as far as listing agents out there, you know, you always want to email out to people your listings. So I have a list of local agents for the areas that I sell in. And I go ahead and get my listings put into an email template, and I email that off to them, and that way it gets in front of them and is good to go there. Another use case that I have found is a VIP list for my clients. So I have a VIP group of clients that are called VIP people. Now, it's really easy to get in that group, but being called a VIP gets you that special feeling, makes you feel good about it, right? Well, they get VIP invitations to open houses and VIP invitations to events that kind of makes them feel like, oh man, I'm a VIP in this person's business. And it's all automated. It's all fairly low effort. Anything else I can help out with on this one before we move along? All righty, well, in that case, let's click over to direct mail. Direct mail is a ever evolving campaign bit here, but it is super helpful for me. I only have 2 here in the recent history, but I've done several. Now, why would we want to send direct mail through Command? Perhaps someone who has their screen off would like to join in with us. Eduardo, I'm gonna pick on you, buddy.
What's up, Brian? Why would anyone have direct mail? I guess because it's more targeted.
Yeah, so it being targeted definitely is a great feature of it. Anyone else have any ideas?